I'm telling you, and I'm a fast forward on some music stuff. I'm always trying to hear the new flows and the new bars and stuff. That's why I like Takeoff so much. But
Yeah,
now,
man, that was a sad loss because Take was, I mean, dog, he destroyed Gucci Man on that song. That's when I first noticed him as standing out. Is on that verse he
I
had
get the
on Gucci
bag,
Man song. I said, "Whoa, that's the dude from Migos."
bro. That's Takeoff. That's him. He really the
Yeah,
Migos.
that was Take. That's when I said, man, I gotta pay attention because the only thing he was known for was that he was left off bad and bougie. So that
Right,
was the whole big thing. Like he
right,
was
right,
left
right, right,
off bad and bougie.
right.
So, and that was the whole big attention on him. And I ain't never really paid attention to what he was saying because all his music, I was in the strip club. I'm a stripper.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, boy.
All hands on the floor, all hands, all
Yeah,
hands. So I'm just hearing the music in the club.
right,
Now, when I heard the Gucci Man song and I
right,
see that
right,
there's
right,
a video for that, and I hear his verse, I said, "Whoa,
right.
hold up!
That's who Takeoff is, bro.
This
He
dude just destroying Gucci Man
that's
on
who
this
Takeoff
song."
is, bro.
Let me take this back.
That's exactly who Takeoff is. When I first heard him on the first big mixtape that went big after Versace, the first song, the intro, I'd rather be rich than famous. I was like, whoa, them boys got something. And then I heard his verse specifically. I was like,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Them boys got something. And ever since then,
yeah,
I was a big fan of him particularly.
yeah.
Quavo got a good voice and everything. Offset wasn't even in the group yet. He was in jail.
Right, exactly. He was locked up with
Yeah,
my boy.
he
So
was in
that's why
jail.
they
I
was in the same cell in like Gwinnett County. They were both locked up in there in the county. So that's when they became tight. And then the Migos opened up and they came to Chicago. They let him open up and rap for them. They let
I,
him perform and come in and do his show.
I
So
remember when they first came to Chicago because they had kind of an issue with Chief Keef and wasn't nobody going there at the time. They went through there like that.
yeah, the only main problem they had because they went to Adriana's and Adriana out here is like that was Murderville. It was like any night somebody it's a bodies on the floor. Somebody be like, oh, somebody did. Let me step over here.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right, let
yeah,
me get
yeah.
in here. Yeah, Adriana's like you ain't know if you was gonna come out alive.
Right, right, right. So that's what
But
I always love. I always love them boys, and it's almost been a year now.
yeah, and then they didn't know the difference between a walkthrough. Like
Mhm.
the people who booked this, they don't know. They think they was booking the Migos to perform. So the fans don't know. They was booked for a walkthrough. So the manager said, "Man, are they when they perform?" He's like, "They not performing. You ain't pay me enough for them to perform. You paid them for an appearance. They do a walkthrough. They come walk all the way around. They'll take so people could take photos. Like they stayed longer than they should. They actually stayed and chilled, and because they were smoking. Like somebody gave them some blunts and they was good, so they stayed in the back for a minute, chill, watch people perform. They was like, "Look, I'll set them here so people can see that they there." And then they walk out. And it's the most smaller promoters don't really understand. There is a walkthrough and then there's a presentation like for a performance fee. Those fees are different. So if they saying you got to know what you're doing if you booking people, and you got to let your audience know. Don't sell it to them like they finna perform. So people like,
Right,
man, why they ain't performing? Oh man, they
right,
phony. And now you make the group look bad. So the manager's like, dude, you messed up this whole promotion, and you making us look bad. you know, like
right, right,
like we like now it's about the people about to fight, and they trying to fight us and harm us because you didn't screw up.
right, 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 right. Them my boys too, man. But like I said,
Yeah, that's
that's
why Jim Jones got he got a workout. they gave him a workout here. Yeah.
he need to stop anyway. He too old for that stuff,
And
bro.
that was years ago when he was out here with JoJo Capone and all them dudes, man. You know, like he, you could ask JoJo Capone what happened, but this fool decided to take the money the guy gave him. They were supposed to perform, but he was like, "Man, we ain't performing. That's a walkthrough money. Dang, man, they set us up." Like sometimes the promoters get shisty and try to force people to perform. Like, oh, you gonna look bad if you don't perform. He was like, man, you said that you was gonna have all the money, man. This is a walkthrough money. Well, man, we give you half now, and after you perform, you get the other half. Yeah, and they was like, "No, we ain't playing those games, man.
Right,
We
right,
ain't
right,
playing
right.
those games. Like, man, if you don't perform, man, then, the crowd, man, they gonna turn on y'all. So you might as well just go and do your set." Some people have went and gone and did the set, like young and May. They did her like that, and she didn't get her money, and she performed anyway, and did her set and stuff, and the promoter didn't have all her money. And they was gonna try to pay her at the end of the show, and then they was like, "Oh, well, we didn't get all the tickets we thought we was gonna sell," and all. So she was like, "Man, you see, this is why I can't be doing this with these promoters." And they don't know how to do business, and then they try to go on internet and make me look bad when they ain't do their part.
Right,
So
right, right, right.
so all you artists out there that might be, one of you guys might be an artist out there, and you want to do shows on the road, understand to have your business together. Because these people you got janky promoters for real out here, and they gonna try to get you to do stuff for the low. They gonna say, "Oh, did we say that? Did we agree on that? I don't think I said that." No, you said that. Have your manager gotta be on point when you booking all this stuff. It's real like that. And man, Jimmy took half the money. He was like, "Oh, you got half of it right there?" He's like, "Yeah, I got half." So he just took that and was like, "All right, it's better than nothing. We up." Jimmy walked out the club and like they was gonna leave. So the next day, boy, oh man, they grabbed Jay like, "Jimmy, we gotta talk," because he took the money from like the gangsters was right running that. So they was like, "Dog, we gonna have to talk." And they like pulled Jimmy in the car, was beating on Jimmy. Jimmy jumped out of a moving car base. No, it was bad, man. Yeah, they put the ones and twos to Jimmy, but Jimmy man,
Man,
it's crazy. I
ain't
wonder
no,
I wonder if he ever gonna tell that story, man.
they can't talk about that, man. He can tell his people behind closed doors.
JoJo Capone got his channel, I think, out here. Ask JoJo what happened.
I'm gonna
He
go
tell
ahead and
you
JoJo about that.
yeah,
Ain't no
JoJo
big fights
Capone.
coming up. Ain't no more fights coming up after before the end of the year.
You got Bud Crawford. They were supposed to fight in December before the year is out.
Okay,
But there's
okay.
been no announcement of it yet because
I hope he.
they
I
still
hope he don't fight the boy from my home city, bro. Bro, you told everybody what was gonna happen. I knew what was gonna happen, but people
yeah,
from around here like, let's do it, fool. Yeah, how much you want to bet? How much you want to? Bro, boy, people still heard about that fight.
man, they hurt because they didn't see what I already knew. I'm like, man, I done seen
Yeah,
this dude fight.
bro,
I
we
didn't
already knew
see
that.
Arrow fight. I've seen him in Colorado spar. I saw him spar with Floyd. I saw his whole fighting style. I saw him as an amateur. I saw everything with Errol Spence. Errol's a good, solid fighter, but his defense is non-present. He lost in the Olympics. People forget he lost. He lost to a guy who was bigger than him and had a jab. So I'm like, dog, you lost to a big guy who had a jab. Pop, pop, pop. And he was controlling you with a jab. This is way before the accident. Then when
Right,
he went pro, he started at 154. He
right.
came in at 154, junior middleweight. He won that welterweight. Then he was getting his bell rung. Them boys was, wham! That boy was, whoa, which way did I go? I'm like, good Lord. So he was
Man,
winning, but they was like, yeah, we got to drop him down to welterweight.
gotta drop him down.
Yeah, these boys gonna destroy him over here at 54. These some big boys.
And
So
then
they
them twins, they ain't did nothing either.
no,
And
and
then
that
they
was
don't fight for the right reasons to really be a fighter from the heart and for a real fighter. Them boys
they
fighting. Them boys trying to live up to Mayweather expectations. They're gonna try not to get hit, try to get some money, and get out of there. But
yeah, but
Mayweather
but
different.
they getting hit. That's the problem.
Yeah, but Mayweather different. You ain't like
They getting
Mayweather,
hit.
bro.
Yeah, they not. They
Yeah.
they what you would call social media fighters.
Right.
And we had that big incident with them 10 years ago. We watched them come up. Sean knew him, who owned the website, the Boxing Socialist website. When Sean Craddock, they from Houston. So Sean been watching them grow up. And I had wrote an article after interviewing a fighter who said something about them in the thing, and he didn't want it to come out. Like he didn't want his name to be on it because he we all out Heyman, so I don't want to say nothing, like go put my name on it. and piss somebody off. So all he was saying was he felt Jamal had more dog in him than Jamel. He was just like, I don't know if Mel has that dog in him if he gets down in the clutch, like in the crunch. He's like, Maul got that dog in him. I know Maul gonna dig deep and all that, but he's like, Mel, I just don't really see that in there. So it don't really sound like a diss to me. He's just saying, I don't know if Jamel Charlo has that than Jamal, but they took that, went straight through the roof. They went straight through the roof with it. Man, F that dude. I want to know who said that, man. Who coming in my gym talking like that? What we didn't know, what I don't know, is that they've been going through this their whole life. With everybody saying Mel was soft and Jamal was the tough one. Jamal always take. That's why Jamal always the one out front, and Jamel is the one in the back. He always looked to his big brother when they was twins growing up, and they was like, "Oh, Mel the soft one, Jamal the hard one." So they get mad when they say that, and Jamal was more mad than anybody. Like, man, anybody talking about my brother? So he always try to so he get all tough. So Jamal had the attitude. Mel didn't really care that much because he been hearing it his whole life. Like people been saying that about them their whole life, but this guy didn't know that. So it's obviously must be there if everybody is saying it. And this is 10 years ago. This is in 2013. And this article comes out, and in the article, I'm actually defending Mel. Like, well, I don't really agree with that because he fought Demetrius Hopkins. He had to really dig down in that fight to win that fight. Then that was a close fight and mentally draining because D-Hop is a hard fight for any human being. So I was like, so he won that fight. And I was like, that took him. He had to dig down deep for that. So I said all this in the article. His homeboy reads the article, one of their homeboys, and said, oh, they dissing you.
And then they didn't even read the article.
They never read the article.
Yeah.
One of their homeboys saw the title. I don't even think the homeboy read it and said, they dissing you. Man, it's some fighter. They ain't even named him. He said all this talking, yeah, he dissing y'all. And they just go through the roof. Man, we want everything taken down of us on there, man. If y'all ain't going to tell us who it was. So we told them who said it. They was like, man, I don't care. I'm like, let them know. And it was like, because we don't want that guy coming in the gym faking being around us all fake. So we told them who it was. And they was like, all right, thanks for telling us. That's what's up. Now, all y'all cut off. Like, we don't want y'all. Y'all want him. Y'all go be with him. We were like, what the hell? We just interviewed the dude. What the I was like, dude, I was like, if they telling this to Sean, they ain't talking to me crazy. So I said, Sean is a pastor at a church. So he ain't gonna scream with you, he ain't not gonna get loud. He's gonna talk at a one tone and that's it. So he's just gonna explain, he's not gonna curse. So they know that about Sean. So they just get loud with him. Ah! He's like, man, why y'all so upset? You know, like so Sean's like, man, they're really upset about all this. So he said, I'm finna take their stuff down. He was like, I'm really hurt because he's like, I'm cool with their uncle, their father, all of them. You know, like I just like I watched them grow up. I ain't had nothing against those people, man. This is bad. You know, like he was like really hurt that they came at him and disrespected him. So they thought they made amends, and then they went right back to doing something phony. So Jamel, I said, well, give me their number. I'm gonna talk to him. I talked to Jamel. I said, Jamel, I'm the one that wrote it. And I talked to Jamel. Jamel was cool as a fan. And he was like, man, it ain't even me. After I told him what happened, he was like, oh, okay, man. It ain't even me. It's Jamal. You know, he got a title fight coming up, so he's a little on the edge. So he's just feeling a certain way. But he's like, man, I don't even know what that dude talking about anyway. And it's like, dude, I ain't never do that, but I ain't never defended my title against him, ever. And he never did. So, he never did. But I was like, but if he the number one contender, you're going to have to. So he was like, I ain't going to defend my title against him. So he was cool. He was like, just let my brother calm down. Give him a couple days. I'm like, man, I ain't going to do all that. I ain't going to be on his timetable. I'm like, he ain't my brother. So I'm going to call him. You can give him a couple days. I'm going to call him right now and see what his problem is. So I called Jamal Charlo. Jamal gets on the phone. I'm like, yeah, I'm the one. I heard you had a problem with what was going on. That you the one with the main problem with what's happening around here. So I was like, I wanted you to know what was going on. And he was like, no, man, I already told the other guy. I already told your other guy, man. It's good. I told him already. He talking about Sean, I already told him. He didn't want to hear it from me. I was like, no. You got out of line and start being disrespectful. And I already knew the tone I'm going to have to take with you is you got to see that this ain't finna go the way you think this conversation. He had to know that right away.
Immediately.
It was just like that movie. What was that 40-year-old version where he got in the stove with him and Kevin Hart was in the stove going back and forth. You wanted a nigga here now. That's how I had to go for Jamal. I was like, oh yeah, okay. The energy level is up. I'm like, what's up? Yeah, you got a problem? State your problem. What's your problem?
I ain't got no problem, bro.
That's how it was going. No, man, I told the other guy, no, you got a problem. What's your problem?
I was just saying.
You didn't even read it, so I'm like, your boy already told me you ain't read it. So what your problem is? I mean, yeah, man, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did, ain't nobody did nothing to you.
You know what I'm saying? It's all good though. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
Like, then we got to the point. I'm like, dog, we don't make no money off y'all. You talking about some take y'all stuff down? Yeah, just take our stuff down and we good, bro. You ain't make no money off y'all. You ain't Mayweather or Pacquiao. That's what make the money. You ain't there. Because this is 2013. So I'm like, then you ain't Mayweather, you ain't Pacquiao. You think we need you to make money? Like, we promoting you. We charging you. It's like, y'all ain't nobody. I'm like, man, shoot, that was, man. He was like, man, lose my number. I was like, say less. I ain't want to talk to you. I just wanted to tell you straight up what it is. Right. I ain't talked to him since 2013. So he knew what it was with me right then and there. So he was hot. He got off the phone, man, your boy called, man. He was disrespectful, man. He lucky he went in my face. I'm like, I could be there. I can get on a plane, buddy.
Yeah, boy, they be hating on you, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, he still feel that way. We can get on a plane. Like, it ain't nothing to find him. I was like, I can come right to your jail. We can get it right in. Oh yeah, 2013. Yeah, he would have been in a lot of trouble. So in 2013, he would have definitely been in a lot of trouble. So after that, everybody calmed down because everybody like, man, come on, man, they cool. So everybody was calming down, and then Sean doing the boxing event. Jamel walks up to him, give him a hug, give him a dap. It was like, it's all love, you know. And everybody was showing him love, the uncle, everybody. Jamal walk in, then Jamel was like, he walked away from Sean, like, and don't talk to him and nothing. He was like, I'm like, dude, don't do that. And then I found out Jamel, you know, like, he cool with everybody. Then when his brother show up, and then he be talking trash about you, he join in. Yeah, man, F them. Yeah, that's right, F them, man. They talk about that. But so he the one gonna talk behind your back with his brother there to be with his brother. But when he ain't around, he be like, oh man, I just did that for my brother, man. You know I'm cool with you. I'm like, no. Stay over there with your brother, bro. I don't need fake love over here.
Right.
Stay over there with your brother. Don't even come back.
Right. That's crazy.
I don't need that kind of I don't need that kind of fake support.
Man.
I'm like, stay over there with your brother. Don't come back.
Man, what Tank fighter? He fighting like 140.
He's fighting at 135 now, but he's getting ready to move up in weight. But I told people, only thing that could beat Tank at that weight class, I remember we was in this training camp, and I told him, I said, man, he was having a bad camp. I was like, dude, I probably put money on the other guy. That was Mayweather. I want to say Mayweather McGregor. He was on 16,
not 17.
That fight was terrible, and the other guy was having success. He lost his title on the scale. He didn't make weight. He was in the training camp basically by himself. He was training himself that day. He came in there for sparring, and he was over there doing the rope. He was doing cool downs. He was like, man, dude, this is a terrible, like, where's his team at? Why is he here by himself? Like, it was like the fight was like a week away. And I'm like, this dude ain't nowhere near, like, cutting the weight. Like, he ain't gonna make it. He lost his belt on the scale.
Man.
Then you got some of the people in TMT, they talking about the after party. Yo, man, so where we going to after party? We going to LA? We going here? What we doing, chat? What we doing? I'm like, dog, bro, you doing way too much. Dog, this dude got to cut weight. We got to try to do all this. And when I'm in the gym, I'm not finna eat in front of fighters. I don't like to do that at all. People be in the
See,
back.
people don't understand that.
Yeah,
People,
I don't
people
want
don't understand
to.
that. People
I'm
don't
like,
understand boxing for real. Anyway, I understood. I can tell you that just off of how people bet it with Charlo and bet it with Spence. I was like, bro, they about to take this L, but
right,
people
and
don't
I
really
don't
know
like to
boxing.
see that. So they was like, man, we going to Chipotle up here. We going to Taco Polo Poco Loco. That's what they go out there in LA. Poco Loco and all that. So we going to little Taco Poco Loco, whatever. They going right over there getting what y'all want to eat. You want to eat? Want to eat? I'm like, dog, these people are cutting weight. I'm like, people here cutting weight. They training to get to a fight. What the hell you talking about food for? These people can't eat. I'm like, I'm not trying to put food on their mind and eat in front of them. Yeah, man, because I ain't fighting. They got to fight. And I'm like, they already mad as hell. They can't eat. Shoot,
Right.
I'm like, man, no, you don't do that. I'm like, you don't go in no boxing gym eating food. I'm like, I don't know where
Gotta
they
have
get that from.
gotta have a good team around.
Right.
People don't understand.
I don't want to eat in front of a fighter at all because I know they cutting weight and going through the sacrifice. I'm like, man, look. He said El Polo Loco. He's like, yeah, there it is.
El Polo Loco, yeah.
Yeah, that's where they going, man. They going to get the food. So, yeah, he had a bad camp and it showed in his fight. He had a bad fight. And I told Tank, I said, Tank, if you can make weight, and if you could ever get disciplined and make this weight, nobody going to beat you here, dog. Nobody.
Mhm.
You hit like a tank for real. That's why the tank fits you. He hit like a middleweight.
That boy, that boy
Yeah,
got God's gift for real.
yeah, he hit like a middleweight.
Hmm. He got God's gift for real. I just
Yeah,
hope, and he just got out. He just got out that probation or something. Huh?
yeah, I think so. I think he got off of it, but man, I've seen him in the gym sparring with big dude. Like he could rock any of them dudes.
Right.
So I was like, dog, they gonna have problems with Tank because he hit like a middleweight. These little featherweight, they ain't gonna be like Santa Cruz. He walking through a lot of people punches, but I'm like, he ain't gonna walk through Tank.
Nah, he's not.
Tank hit him. It's good night. Only thing to beat Tank is Tank at the
Right.
lower weight. When he
Right.
go up in them higher weights, when them guys could take his power, that's when he gonna have a problem.
Right.
He can deal with his power and dish it back out because these dudes can hurt him. There's some dudes up there that can crack, that can hurt him. Like Rolly hurt him a couple times, buzzed him. So he felt Rolly's power. Rolly strong. That's
Mhm.
all he is, though, is strong. He has no boxing ability. You can take him apart and drop him just with regular boxing because
Right.
he's a
Right. You
martial
said
artist.
that before the fight too.
Yeah,
You
he
said that
martial
before.
artist converted over to a fighter. I'm like, come on, man. Rolly he can't barely talk. So
Boy,
Rolly,
they
I'm
be
like, Rolly
they be
just
looking for people to try to take something away. They be trying to find people, but the boys ain't got it.
yeah. So it is what it is, but we gonna see down the line.
Yeah, man, we gotta do this more often.